University. We spoke to you just before the vote. We've now had the vote. It has been passed. So what do you think this means now for taking this ceasefire deal further? Is it a case of all eyes now on Hamas?
For sure. I doubt Hamas wouldn't accept it. It's got good terms, especially specifying the language on not accepting Israel holding any territory. Of course, this is very good news. It's respite for all the Gazans who are living hell, basically. So we'll wait to see Hamas's response, but I'm hard pressed to see why they wouldn't accept it.
Indeed, and the US ambassador, she talked about the hardship and the toll on Palestinian people in Gaza, from the young to the very old, and how much this has affected those families. And now she says it's a chance for them to rebuild their lives and get back to their homes.
Yes, for sure. Now, of course, we have those 6 weeks. We need to see what happens in those six weeks, but I do not see any spoilers in this set of factions who are negotiating, except for the two ministers, Ben Gvir and Smotrich. But I presume the U.S. has some plan that it agreed with the Israeli government to try to buffer or have a plan B in case Gvir or Smotrich, in fact, leave the government so that they make it fall.
And how important will it be, some of these conditions about having a, say, revitalised Palestinian authority that people can return to across Gaza, and a rebuilding programme can start, hopefully, eventually, once this ceasefire has got underway?
So this is the tricky one. Of course, all the Israeli cabinet does not want any existence of Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Some members of the Israeli cabinet are fine with the Palestinian Authority in Ramallah taking charge, but Bibi Netanyahu of middle ground, where there would be elections in the Gaza Strip for, let's say... Can you hear me?
Please carry on, please.
Yes. I could see a solution, a compromise, where you would have elections in the Gaza Strip and some sort of council would be elected, and maybe Hamas would accept not having any of its famous, let's say, politicians to run for it. Maybe that might be a solution.
And the choreography of this situation moving forward, if Hamas were to accept the deals of the parts of this deal, will have to be carefully managed, like the full release of the hostages and any hostage remains, and the release of Palestinian prisoners. It will be a difficult process.
It will. One of the things that I'm surprised wasn't mentioned was the fact that there are 2 hostages from the 2014 war that Hamas still holds on. It's unclear if they are alive or not. So the statement that all the hostages since October 7th means that it's only these hostages. So that is one of the details that is not clear and might cause problems down the road.
They're talking about this ceasefire deal. It could come into effect immediately now. So the pressure will be on to try and bring about that agreement between 2 sides.
Yes, well, in fact, all it needs is just a cessation of fire. So if nobody throws any rockets in the coming 24 hours, it would be implemented. I presume, I think Hamas will go for it because the people in Gaza are completely exhausted, and I don't think they can take more. It's been, 8 months and 3 days now of relentless pounding. In addition to the fact that the crossings were closed and the pier that the U.S. put in Gaza didn't work. So there has been no food or water or medical supplies coming in. So we're in dire straits to make sure that there is a ceasefire, and the ceasefire sticks for the people of Gaza to have relief.